What if one of the most talked about celebrity friendships suddenly looked completely different? Years later, for a long time, the relationship between Sean Diddy Combs and Justin Bieber was seen as nothing more than a music industry mentorship, a young superstar being guided by one of hip-hop's biggest moguls. But after Diddy's legal troubles, old interviews, strange videos, and awkward interactions involving Justin Bieber began resurfacing online. And suddenly, people started asking questions. Was this simply an industry friendship? Or were there signs that everyone ignored? Now, before we continue, it's important to say this. A lot of what surrounds this story is speculation. Diddy has denied wrongdoing and remains legally innocent unless proven guilty. But with resurfaced footage and changing public perception, people are now revisiting a relationship they once never questioned. And to understand why, we have to go back to the beginning. Long before Justin Bieber became a global superstar, Diddy had already established himself as one of the most powerful figures in music. But Justin wasn't the first young artist connected to him. Years earlier, a teenage Usher spent time under Diddy's mentorship in New York. According to Usher, he lived for about a year in what was known as Flavor Camp, an environment where young artists learned about the music business. But years later, Usher reflected on that experience in a way that caught people's attention. He described seeing things that felt wild, even admitting that he would never send his own children into an environment like that.
I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
camp.
what it was called. And you're going to... What
like
a life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
That statement became far more interesting years later. Because eventually, Usher himself would mentor another teenage artist, Justin Bieber. After being discovered on YouTube, Justin quickly became one of the biggest young stars in the world. And through Usher, he eventually crossed paths with Diddy. In 2009, Justin Bieber publicly reached out to Diddy online asking about a possible collaboration. The song never happened, but something else did. Soon after, Justin appeared in a now-viral video with Diddy. In the clip, Diddy joked about giving Bieber a Lamborghini for his 16th birthday and even promised him a mansion at 18. But what stood out most was one sentence. At the time, people laughed. It looked harmless, like an excited teenager hanging out with a famous mentor. But years later, after allegations against Diddy surfaced, people began revisiting that footage in a completely different light. Especially because Diddy never clearly explained what those 48 hours actually involved.
What's going on with you guys? Are you working together?
I'm not. I mean, I think that we become friends in a strange way, you know.
Like Robin Big.
Yeah. It's like exactly.
He bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, you know, he could buy you one also while you're
He
out.
got me a Lamborghini.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Something.
Online theories exploded. Some people questioned what really happened. Others argued the entire thing may have simply been exaggerated for publicity. Because according to fan timelines and archived appearances, Justin seemed to still be attending public events around that same period. Meaning the famous 48 hours may not have literally been 48 uninterrupted hours at all. Still, the clip remained uncomfortable for many viewers. Not because it proved anything, but because of how differently people interpreted it years later. Then came another moment internet detectives couldn't stop talking about. A year later, Diddy posted another video with Justin. And during the interaction, Diddy jokingly asked why they didn't hang out anymore. Justin's response: he gave him a fake phone number.
I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yes. Okay.
5555.
At first glance, it seemed awkward. And after Diddy's controversies exploded, social media immediately interpreted the moment as Justin trying to distance himself. But realistically, there are other explanations. Justin was still a teenager. The interaction was public. And celebrities almost never give real phone numbers on camera. Plus, despite the awkwardness, The two were still seen together multiple times afterward. In 2011, both appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Diddy described Justin like a little brother, even saying Justin knew better than to talk publicly about what they did together. That comment barely got attention at the time, but after everything that happened, people started replaying it again and again, trying to figure out whether it meant something deeper or absolutely nothing at all. As Justin entered adulthood, things started changing. Legal trouble, public breakdowns, relentless media pressure. By his late teens, Bieber had developed a reputation as a troubled young celebrity struggling under unimaginable fame. And during that same period, he was still occasionally appearing around Diddy, including parties filled with celebrities much older than him. At the time, very few people questioned it, but looking back, some people found it strange how a teenager was surrounded by adult celebrity environments so often. Still, Justin publicly remained positive toward Diddy. Even years later, in a 2020 livestream, Justin spoke warmly about him, though some viewers later claimed his body language seemed uncomfortable. Of course, body language analysis is highly subjective, and nobody truly knows what Justin was feeling.
Hey, yo, Just.
What's good, fam?
How you feeling, brother?
I'm good. How are you, baby?
We just appreciate you. Congratulations on the album.
Absolutely.
Yeah, happy Easter to you and the family and the wife.
Absolutely.
We just want
She's over here. She says hi, too. How's the fam? I see you guys enjoying life, celebrating. I love it.
Yeah. It's
It.
Easter. They can't take the Lord's Day away from us.
Come
God
on.
is going to be the only thing that saves us.
Let's go, baby.
But in 2020, Justin made another comment that suddenly gained new meaning online. While speaking emotionally about Billie Eilish, Justin admitted he wanted to protect her from experiences he faced in the music industry. He never named anyone. He never gave details. But many online immediately connected those comments to powerful industry figures, including Diddy. Whether that interpretation is fair or not, only Justin knows what he meant.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm gonna be here for her, but yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Everything changed when lawsuits against Diddy began surfacing. Allegations of abuse, sex trafficking accusations, and eventually, his arrest. Suddenly, the internet started revisiting everything. Old interviews, party footage, celebrity friendships. Nothing escaped scrutiny, especially Justin Bieber, because many of those resurfaced clips involved him as a teenager. People questioned whether he had experienced something troubling behind the scenes. Others pushed back, arguing there's no actual evidence Justin was harmed and warning against turning speculation into fact. And that distinction matters, because despite the theories, Justin Bieber himself has largely stayed silent. Sources close to him reportedly claimed he wanted distance from the controversy and instead focused on family life. After welcoming his child with Hailey Bieber, insiders claimed Justin wanted to focus on being a husband and father. And perhaps, moving forward, then there's one of the internet's most controversial theories: Justin Bieber's Yummy music video. Some viewers believe the visuals secretly symbolize exploitation in the entertainment industry. Children appearing around wealthy adults, over-the-top luxury, and the image of young Justin appearing at the end. To some fans, it felt symbolic, almost like commentary. Others completely reject the theory, arguing people are simply reading too deeply into artistic visuals. And honestly, that's where much of the story lives, between facts and interpretation. The truth is, we may never fully know what Justin Bieber's relationship with Diddy was actually like behind closed doors. Some moments look strange in hindsight. Others may simply be ordinary interactions that now feel uncomfortable because of everything we know today. What's undeniable is this: there was once a time when Justin clearly looked up to Diddy, someone he admired, someone he trusted. But after everything that has happened, That relationship is now viewed through a completely different lens. And maybe that's why these old clips continue resurfacing. Because when public perception changes, even old memories begin to feel different.